Okay, so today we'll be opening up this used Carquest premium oil filter, number 84502. And I got this used oil filter from a very generous viewer whose name is Gary Frazier from South Carolina. Thanks, Gary. This oil filter was in service for 6 months, 5,529 miles, and came off of Gary's 2020 Buick Enclave. Yep, the one with a 3.6 liter V6 engine. He was using Valvoline Restore and Protect 5W30 oil during this period, which he had to add a quart to at 2,000 miles. So let's get started. You gotta glue the silicone, get nice and tight, get your end here, filtration. Okay, so before we open this filter up, let's take a quick look at it. Right here it says leak tested, and I don't know how to decipher this date code, but here it is, 24MYM14. And this is a sticker on here. And if we look over here, it says made in Vietnam. And it says distributed by, right there, distributed by Advanced Auto Parts, Raleigh, North Carolina. Okay. This filter has 8 inlet holes, metal center core with holes, bypass valve at the dome end, 4 grooves there for threads, silicone anti-drain back valve, and a silicone gasket. So I took it off. Oh, here it is. Pretty thick gasket. I'll put the thickness of this gasket up on the screen. Yeah, it's a nice gasket. Okay. And I tried putting some Q-tips in here to drain the oil. It feels heavy, so I'm thinking there's going to be a lot of oil in here, but I didn't want to force the Q-tip in there and tear the anti-drain back valve, so whatever's in there is in there. Okay. Well, we know the anti-drain back valve works good. Yeah, a lot of oil. I had a feeling there's going to be a lot of oil. See, wow. Alright, the base plate looks nice. I don't see no sludging or anything, so that's good. And I don't see no slits or tears. Yep. Definitely the anti-drain back valve works really good. Okay. Filter element. Alright, nice metal end caps. And this has a bypass valve right here, which has a setting of 22 psi. Metal crimp seam. I'll put the number of pleats up on the screen. Yeah, a lot of oil here. It looks nice. Pleats are nicely spaced. Clean. No excess glue. And this is a synthetic blend media with a micron rating of 99.5% at 20 microns. Yeah, that all looks nice. Okay. We got inside here. Ooh, a lot of oil. Coil spring. Let's see if I can get some of that oil out. Yeah, there's no carbon or soot in here. It looks nice and clean. You can see the overspray in the can. And I'll put the measurements of this can up on the screen. Thickness, width, number of flutes. Yeah, that looks pretty good in there though. Okay. Let's get the width of this filter. let's call it 3.23 minus a tenth of an inch. Okay. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Well, let me, also I wanted to mention, forgot to mention earlier, that Gary told me this engine is a I forgot what the name he told me. It was a LFFY engine, which they have the rings on them. They're low tension rings, piston rings. So you get a lot of blow by and they consume a lot of oil. He says since he went to the Valvoline Restore and Protect oil, that the oil consumption went down to half. So that's a good thing. Well, let me squeeze this out, stretch it out, and see what it looks like. Be right back. Okay, so here's the filter all stretched out. And this Carquest filter is 53.5 inches long. Okay, and let's get the thickness of this filter media. 0.91 millimeters thick. Okay, here's the filtering side, back side. And if we take a look at this under a microscope, there's nothing really on the surface. It's pretty clean on the surface. But you'll see some little soot and carbon particles. So let's take a look at that picture. So as you can see, it did catch some, small soot and carbon particles. Now let's take a look at this filter up close. So there's really nothing on the surface. It's pretty clean. There's no sparklies. I would say the Valvoline Restore and Protect is doing a pretty good job. And let's take a look at the rest of the filter. Okay, so we went over these components. Silicone gasket, which is nice. Silicone anti-drain back valve. It's all nice. Definitely works good. It held back a lot of oil there. Coil spring, these are always nice. End caps. Center core, full holes. Although these are rough holes, they should punch them the other way, but because the inside's smooth. And I definitely prefer these bypass valves right here at the end caps. The can, you got a nice thick can. You can see the overspray. The oil didn't dissolve this or anything, so that's good. And it's clean in here. Yeah, it's nice and clean. And some little stuff here. It's nothing. Yeah, this is nice. So for 5,500 miles, I'd say this filter and the oil did a pretty good job. What do you guys think? Please post your comments down below. And again, I want to thank Gary for sending me this used Carquest oil filter. And I think I'll wrap this video up. And don't forget, Oil Filter Fridays. I open up an oil filter every Friday on this YouTube channel. So if you like this video, please hit that like button. Thanks for watching and take care. I would say the Valvoline Restore and Protect is doing a pretty good job.